Hi, it's McKay Saylor with Century 21 Redwood Realty, the Marquee Group. Today we're going to take a tour of Lansdowne on the Potomac, but nobody calls it that here. We just call it Lansdowne. We're not so fancy to add the on the Potomac. Right now I'm on Claiborne Parkway. We're leaving Ashburn and heading over Route 7 into Lansdowne. Lansdowne sits right on the Potomac River. And actually in the neighborhood there is access to the river, but we'll talk about that later. We're going over Route 7. It's a major east-west route, and they've taken out a lot of the lights on that on Route 7, and so it's made it a lot more smooth sailing. And Ashburn natives used to hate Route 7, and now it's gotten a lot better. On the right is 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙦 Loudon Hospital. They've recently made a lot of updates and upgrades and additions, and it's really a beautiful facility. It's got a great birthing center. On the right, those are some medical buildings. Those all sort of are situated around the hospital, not surprising there. Where that car's making a right, that will take you to Lansdowne Resort and the golf club. I'm not going to talk about those today because that's a video in and of itself, but also back there is Lansdowne Woods. That's the 55 and older community. Condos, 1 bedroom up to 3 bedrooms. They are at towers, like condo high-rise towers. Really nice, wonderful amenities. We're about to make a right on River Point Drive, and right in front of us is this cute little pond and waterfall area, and lots of kids go there to take their prom pictures and homecoming pictures and that sort of thing. We're in the single-family area of Lansdowne. Lansdowne has single-family homes, and then kind of sprinkled in the single-family homes are also townhouses. And then around Lansdowne Town Center is also townhouse condos, which are sort of like stacked townhouses. We'll get to those in a little bit. So the single-family homes here, they range anywhere from 3,000 square feet up to 6,000 plus square feet on the top 2 floors. Oh, look at that guy jogging. It's a great day to jog. It was a beautiful day. And 4 bedrooms, 4 to 6 bedrooms, 2 to 4 bathrooms-ish. And the price point, we're looking at about 700,000 plus, all the way up and over $1 million easily. So one of the main features of Lansdowne are the amenities, and this is the Potomac Club. You'll know it's the Potomac Club because you'll see the iconic silo. There it is, the silo. It has indoor and outdoor pools, a fitness center, game room, just a beautiful facility. And if you live in this neighborhood, you will absolutely love going there and swimming. So we'll swing around in the parking lot here and get back out on the road because everything's filled in. You can't really see the pool behind that fence, but trust me, it's there and it's gorgeous. So to your right, check out that townhouse. See how large it is? Yeah, the townhouses, some of the townhouses that are in Lansdowne are really quite large. They can run from 3,200 square feet up to 3,900 square feet and be larger than a lot of the single family homes. So there's 4 to 5 bedrooms in those large townhouses, 3 to 4 bathrooms. Run you about $650,000 to $675,000 for those. There are also smaller townhouses. Oh, we're about to turn in. Look at that one on the right. See how large it is? That's one of them. So there are also smaller townhouses in Lansdowne. Oh, look at that one on the left. That's the large one. The smaller townhouses, they can be 2,500 to 3,000 square feet, 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2 to 3 bathrooms. You're looking at a slightly lower price point there, about $500,000 to $550,000. These in front of us might be a good example of those. Around the town center, there are even smaller townhouses with a lower price point. One of the things that's really popular about Lansdowne are all of the walking paths. You'll always see kids out in the street playing in Lansdowne. It's not a neighborhood that people will cut through, so really any of the traffic that goes into Lansdowne are residents who live there. You really wouldn't go there for anything else. You wouldn't take it as like a shortcut, you know. So here are some of the more average sized townhouses right in front of us, and let's turn back out onto the road. We'll keep on going down River Point. And notice that the homes, there's different styles, lots of different styles of homes here. The lots are typically about a 1/4 acre. On the larger homes, you could find something a little bit larger than that as far as acreage goes, but you're not finding 3-acre lots here. And you're not finding many 1-acre lots either. You're probably down below that in general. I'm so glad the sun stayed around. Yeah, it was a So we're coming up here to the roundabout, and we're going to make a right and head down towards the schools. And like I said, one of the things that's popular about Lansdowne are the schools. And one of the reasons is because the schools are right in the neighborhood, which is hard to find. And there's a lot of redistricting going on in our area, but Lansdowne is not one of those because the schools are all tucked neatly into the neighborhood, so you know exactly where your kid's going to go to school. We just made a right on Upper Belmont, and that's going to take us around to the schools. And just notice there are townhouses on either side of us, and some of those large townhouses, they're kind of mixed in with the single-family homes here. And behind those trees on the left, we're going to find Belmont Ridge Middle School. Here's the sign for it right there on the left. And then also Riverside High School is coming up here on the left as well. And the elementary school is called Selden's Landing. It's actually across Lansdowne Boulevard from here. So we'll see that in a couple minutes. But let's swing into Riverside High School so you can check it out and see how nice it is. It was completed in 2015, so it's a relatively new school. Very high academic ratings, about 1,800 kids in this school. And sports here, they have just about everything you can imagine, and several state titles last year, including lacrosse and tennis. So very large school and very popular. So as we circle around, you'll see how Belmont Ridge Middle School is adjacent to the high school. And they have these beautiful facilities, the football field and the track, and everything here is so new and really well kept. One of the things about Loudoun County is the length of the classes. So classes here are 90 minutes long, and they run on A days and B days. So you won't have the same class 2 days in a row. They alternate between A days and B days. They do that at both the middle school and the high school. So let's go check out the elementary school. We're going to skip that drive back, and here we are at the roundabout coming up to Lansdowne Boulevard. We're going to go check out Selden's Landing, and I mentioned earlier that it is on the other side of this boulevard from the middle school and the high school. Up to our left is Lansdowne Town Center, and straight ahead, if we kept going through that light, we would hit Route 7 again. One of the things you should know about the Lansdowne neighborhood is that when you purchase a home in here, or a townhome, doesn't matter which, you have to pay a $2,000 welcome fee, and that's applied to anybody purchasing a home or a townhome in this neighborhood. Another thing about this neighborhood is that the HOA fees are a little bit higher than most, and the reason for that is because the HOA here includes the cable and internet. Not many neighborhoods around here do that, but this one does. If we were to continue straight, we would head right into Leesburg, and actually a lot of the shopping for this area is found when you head straight just a couple minutes. The Costco, Target, Chick-fil-A. I mean, who doesn't want to be close to Chick-fil-A, right? So let's skip this light. There's no need for you to sit through the light with me. Surrounding Selden's Landing Elementary School are single-family homes and also townhomes. This area that we're driving through right now is within the walk zone, and actually Riverside and Belmont Ridge also have walk zones, so the kids can walk to school. You can find those walk zone maps on the Loudoun County website. Selden's Landing has about 800 students, great reviews, rated pretty highly. It's got an 8 out of 10 and high academic success rate. So there it is on the left. Again, it's a pretty new school, so the facilities are really nice, and people are really very happy with it. And you know your kid's going to go there. You're not going to be rezoned. You know where they're going to go to middle school and high school. So let's get out of this part of the neighborhood and go check out Lansdowne Town Center. Back to that roundabout, and we're going to backtrack a little bit so that you have a sense of where we're coming from, and we're about to go right over Riverside Parkway, and we're on Belmont Ridge Road right now, by the way, but we're going to go right over Riverside Parkway and turn at the next light into Lansdowne Town Center, which has gone through a lot of changes in the last couple of years. On your left, there are townhouse condos. Those are 2 units, so they're stacked on top of each other. So there's a townhome that's the first and second floor, and then a separate townhome that's the third and fourth floor. The third and fourth floor of those townhouse condos condos are usually much larger than the first floor. And you'll find that because they're a condo, you pay a couple $100 a month for your HOA, and as a condo it means that they cover everything on the outside of the condo, and what's on the inside is your responsibility. So now we're into the town center, and there's Mr. Sushi and Mrs. Roll. That is the best value sushi that you can find in the whole Ashburn area. Also Ford's Fish Stacks right there, great food there. There's a Starbucks and a haircuttery and all sorts of things in this town center. Behind those buildings on the right is a Harris Teeter. That's one of the main grocery store chains in our area, and also a CVS and a gas station, of course. On the left, there's the town square. There's fountains in there that kids are out playing in the summer and splashing around. They have movies on the green during the summer, and concerts, Friday night. It's really fun. There's a live work thing going on here. They just built these townhouses on the right just a couple years ago, and they're over commercial space. So there are lots of shops down there on the ground floor, and then above are townhouses. They are, again, all built around 2017 and newer. There on the left you can see some just townhouses, so they don't necessarily have the retail space on the bottom. On your right, and you can't see because of the glare, but there's a shop called The Deli, and they make the best sandwiches, hands down. They're so good. So if you move to Lansdowne, you got to go over there and get a sandwich from their shop. So let's make a right out of the neighborhood back onto Riverside Parkway. We're headed back towards the hospital. Behind us are the high school and the middle school. In Lansdowne right now, there are six active single-family homes. There's one pending, and in the last 3 months, 7 have closed. As far as townhouses go, 6 have closed in the last 3 months. There's 3 pending right now and 2 active. We'll see a lot more activity going on in this neighborhood in the spring and in the summer. Coming up, we're going to cross through the golf course. You're going to see a little peek of it to your left and to your right, just a little bit. So thanks for tagging along with me through Lansdowne today. Feel free to email me or text me, call me if you have any other questions about Lansdowne. Again, it's McKay Saylor with Century 21 Redwood Realty, and I'll be back next week with a tour of another neighborhood in the Ashburn, Northern Virginia area. Not much to do, but just stay around. Yeah, it was a good day. I'm so glad the sun stayed around. Yeah, it was a good day. Not much to do, but just stay around. Yeah, it was a good day. I'm so glad the sun stayed around. No more school, no more rules, no more room to feel these blues. You and views all afternoon. Look at all the time we don't have to give up. Everything we're giving is enough. Moments fit together like a glove. All my questions answered by this. There was a